everybody. Welcome to Altar Call. I am your host, Tane, here with another episode, the final episode of Traitors. It is the Traitors reunion. And, I had to get Raven back for this one because, like I said before we started recording, it's a Housewives reunion that they're calling a Traitors reunion. So I had to get an expert in there. Hi,
Yes.
hi, Raven. How are you?
Hi, Tane. I am great. I'm excited to talk about definitely this Housewives reunion because that's what it was through and through. It was a mess, as
Yeah.
they usually are.
It really It was. Listen, the Traders reunion usually is a dud, at least for me. We don't
Hmm.
get anything out of it. It's just, oh, we need to do it. We check the box. And I'm like, okay, fine. And every single member of the cast is back. It doesn't matter if you're voted or banished or killed. The first week you're here. You're going to
Right.
be here. But I don't think this is a hot take, but I don't also know if I've ever said this. I don't think Andy should be the host of the Traders reunion.
Mm. Okay.
Yes. I
Yeah.
just we can find new talent because I what I have said a lot is I think a lot about who's going to take over for Andy because I do not have the
Yeah, you
ability to
do.
stay in the present.
I
I'm
know.
always
You are
ahead.
always thinking about it for real.
So we haven't figured that out. Why are we giving him more? And I'm like, also, honestly, on the serious side, there's new talent. I feel like we can find new talent, for traders. And he already hosts also the Love Island with Ariana, and then now he's doing that. I just
It's
feel
a
like we
lot.
could find someone to be a traders union where also it makes it less housewivey. Somebody
Mm.
who's like all around and does the competitors and does the other reality show people. So I don't know. I just don't think he should be the host. And I love me some Daddy Andy. Don't get me
Oh, I
wrong.
know. Yeah, no. That's a good point. I think often when people watch like a reunion, they're like, get Andy in there because there's
Yeah.
nothing like a housewives reunion. I
Yeah.
love reunions in general, but like I get
Mhm.
it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's got to be someone else. And like that's just like
Oh, for
another
sure.
thing on Andy's plate. And then it seems
Yeah.
like when he's at the housewives reunions, he's exhausted. Like he doesn't even want to do that, you
Yes.
know?
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
I agree. I mean, we can find people. I mean, we found Maps has Kevin Frazier. I mean, 90
he's
Days has
great.
Sean. Yeah, so there are people. I mean, there's a whole world out there. And I don't know why Hollywood is always afraid of finding new people. Like you find like a movie, Nicole Kidman is gonna be in there. 15 of them.
Wait a minute. Not too much.
I will. I shall.
Not too much. I love her.
I mean, I do, but what was it? I always used to post. I was like, "This woman has mortgages somewhere because the rate at which she's working, it's
Always
like,
working. She does not rest. And she's always in a terrible wig. That's when you know it's going to be good.
hmm All right. I think they all look good. We saw the fashions before they came on there. For the most part, I think they look
Hmm.
good. I really liked Portia's. Like, she didn't go for like a dress or a gown, but she went for that kind of Scottish. Also, kind of at first glance, I thought it was a Nigerian because Portia likes to claim that she's Nigerian, even though she's divorced Simon, but she's still saying her ancestry said that. But I
Uh-huh.
think it was more an ode to the Scottish thing and the whole top that she had. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, it
They had
was.
the matching twins, Colton and Rob. I don't know what that was about.
Oh, brother. Tiffany looked so good. She's my winner for that. Oh my God.
She would a
Ridiculous.
potato sack and she would look good. She
That's
looked
so
good.
true. You're right.
She looked good. She's just so pretty.
Mhm.
Kristen
Oh,
looked
I
good.
loved it. She always
Yes,
looks good though.
she
Same as
does.
Tiffany.
She always does. So yeah, they look good. What do you think of Rena?
Hmm. I didn't her or her dress.
Her dress. Her dress.
Because okay.
Her dress.
Uh I didn't like it, but
Yeah,
what do
it
I
worked.
know? I'm a yeah,
It,
like it wasn't hideous. It wasn't like ugh, never mind. No,
Well,
I'm gonna say it wasn't like Jazzy's dress on the reunion. You know, it wasn't like anything that I'm like
yeah,
offended by.
offended by yes.
Hmm.
Poor Jazzy catching strays
Well,
on the Traitors. Um, I thought Candace looked good. It bothered me the hood and the hair and was it a cowlick? I don't know what
I
we
didn't
were
like
going
it.
for, but
I
it
didn't
bothered
like
me.
it. It wasn't working
Okay.
for me. And I hate to say it. That's why I'll just whisper it.
She's
Um,
whispering it.
yeah, because I don't want to say anything bad about her, but I was not
Yes.
feeling it. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we start the reunion, and I'm seeing everyone bunched up. I'm like, they have to watch what happens live clubhouse because I know we have money. And I'm
Everybody's
like,
sitting on bleachers back there.
yeah. I'm like, how did we come up with this seating arrangements? Why is the winner bunched up on the second level? Where is Rob? Like he's bunched up with Ron Funches and Stephen Coletti. I was looking for him actually. And these are all my thoughts till I realized that they were basically backstage. And I'm like,
You're already just ready to be mad. You're like, they're not doing this right. It's stupid.
I'm like, we don't have to do this if we don't
We
have
don't.
the money. Like, just let it be. But they're coming out in batches. But seeing Andy in the overalls, I thought that was funny actually.
He looked
So
good.
he really did. I
I
mean,
noticed he had
he's
those
been
arms
out.
under there like that.
He is. He talks about. He always hypes up his trainer. His trainer is always in the clubhouse, and he did talk about how he microdosed on GLP-1, and then
Hmm.
in addition with the trainer, so everyone kept commenting like his arms are jacked. I'm like, yes, Andy works out.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he
play
looks
with that.
good.
So Andy does point out that it's been a commentary throughout the season that the faithfuls were 20% gayer this season. So, so I think yeah, should I let this slide? I was gonna say they were making up for like CBS where we had the 50% for DEI, and it seems that's out the window now.
Oh, well.
They're
Yeah.
supposed to cast at least 50%, but I don't know, that's out. Anyways, Andy calls them in one by one into the main stage, and we're starting with the Traitors, and we start with Rob, Lisa, Donna, Candiace, and Eric. Andy says Rob played a flawless game. Um,
Flawless.
it's
That's
just
such an exaggeration. Like everybody like keep it in your pants when it comes to Rob. I'm so annoyed and I'm so happy that this is over
yes,
because I wanted to leave Rob in summer 2024. And the fact that like he made this comeback and it's like all over again,
yeah,
I'm like, "Oh no."
yeah.
It wasn't
I,
a flawless game
I
also.
feel like everybody can think what they want to think at this point. It's fine. I think he played a good game. I think
Great
it's the
game.
way everyone's like, he's one of the best, or he was flawless, or he was this. I'm like, okay, that's fine. If that's what you
Everybody
think, that's
relax. But yeah,
fine.
and can I tell you, I just,
Yes.
when they had the traders walking out and I
Yes.
heard Donna and then I saw her, I was like, are you serious? Let her sit back there with everyone else and then she can come back later. Like, this is, I just
They had to get her.
bothered. Like, Donna, please. She shouldn't, her even being on this cast at all didn't make any sense to me. Her being the not super traitor, secret traitor
Secret traitor.
is annoying. And for her to
Uh-huh.
be sitting out there the entire time of the reunion, just sitting there, I was like, she's taking up a spot. Even like,
It
oh,
didn't bother me as much because it feels like they're following a prototype, and this was Dylan Efron last year. Why was he there? We didn't know this man. He hasn't done
that's
anything. At
true.
least Mama Kelsey we knew of. Like she's out there, her sons. Dylan, we knew kind of, but we knew nothing about this man, and they cast him. So
Well,
next year,
same
I want
deal,
to.
just related to somebody famous. Like,
Yes,
okay.
exactly. And it seems that's what they want to keep doing. So I'm curious to see who the next person is going to be for that, or if they continue with that at all. I don't know, but we'll see. Is it just me? Andy's voice is getting raspier and raspier.
I didn't notice. I
No,
don't
it is
know.
every time. And I'm always like, do we need some halls? Because what's going on? But anyways, Rob says that he was lucky. And Candiace is like, it was a combination of smarts and luck. And also, this group of faithfuls need to go to faithful school. I'm like,
Yes, Lord, because they
yeah.
are dumb, dumb, dumb.
But again, I talked about this in the actual finale of the show. Like, the faithfuls usually are dumb. And the further you stay in the game, again, the rule of thumb is the longer you last, it means the more clueless you are because they're keeping the clueless people around.
You hear that,
So,
Maura?
yeah.
Oh my God, she's so frustrating. The way she's like, I'm still just like, what am I still doing here? What am I still doing here? I'm like, yes, yes. Really think about it. Like, wasn't
Because
clicking,
you're doing
wasn't clicking.
something wrong. Yeah. I wonder why Maura was cast because when we find out that she doesn't know anything about the game, she didn't do anything or like research, had no idea. What did they think her personality was enough um to earn her spot? Because was her personality enough? Did we get the Maura that we know as Love Island watchers on here?
No, we didn't because I wanted to see
Okay.
that whenever Rob said that he was a
Yeah.
traitor.
Yeah.
Or even at this reunion. I think her face and her accent got her in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I
She's
because the more
beautiful.
we know, curses people out, doesn't
Hell
stand for
yeah.
anything. And we saw glimpses of that, but I wonder what that would have been if she actually understood the game. I mentioned this to my guest for the finale that in her bio on IG, she currently has Traitors season 4 runner up. I hope it's not AI and I'm not sounding stupid, but
Runner
there's no
up.
runner up in Traitors. So I hope
Oh,
but
Mora.
so yeah, and I hope again that it's not AI because AI out here making me look stupid out here
Let,
because who
let
knows
me
what's
look.
real or not.
But maybe she's no, it does say that. It does it. And it's runner up in all caps as well.
Okay.
So she's shouting that out.
Okay, so yeah, okay, that's not the more we got. But again, it happens because I've said it before. The Natalie we got here, we saw glimpses of the Natalie we know, but I don't think this game is suited for her because, like, she's not lying when she says this is her Olympics. She takes everything very seriously. When she
Mhm.
was a survivor, she won. When she came back, she was a runner up, an actual runner up. She came second. And when she was in the challenge, she would have done so well. She had to go home. So she's just
Oh, she
used to
was on the
winning.
challenge too.
Yes, she was. We saw her once. She came in. It was actually kind of sad, and she was actually paired up with Wes, I want to say, but she
Uh-huh.
had to go home because she found out she was pregnant, and
Oh.
she lost the baby, and
Oh
she's just
no.
never come back to the challenge since
Oh,
then. But
that's
it's a
awful.
loss.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, they were terrified of her because, of course, have you
Well,
seen her muscles? Like,
honestly,
yeah. So,
shit.
yeah. Okay. So Rob is saying that he has to buy Maura a Birkin, and I didn't miss Candice saying allegedly because Candice was giving running commentary, which is a kind of annoying. Actually, she just had something to say for everything someone was saying in the background.
Do you
So
think Rob is going to buy that Birkin?
no.
Right. If
I
he
mean,
didn't,
his
because he said that he has a girlfriend, and I'm like, you.
does he?
I don't know, Tane. The man
I don't.
lies, and he's a. I don't know. I saw a photo, very
Okay.
blurry. So here could
Okay.
have been AI or something. Who knows? And it's like him and like some woman, and they're like, "Is this
Okay.
Rob's girlfriend that he mentioned on the reunion?"
Yeah.
It's like blurry, the back of her head. Who knows? He could have just like been standing next to a woman in the airport.
Okay.
But I was like, if I was your girlfriend, I would be like, you're not buying someone else a Birkin. That is weird. Um, hmm. So you think
There,
he's just
there are many thoughts on that. To buy a Birkin, to my knowledge, you have to be like an Hermes like client or
oh,
customer
that's
or
right.
something.
You can't
There's
just
a
go
wait
buy
list.
it.
I don't think the snake charmer from Alabama is gonna be like, "Hey, I want traders. Give me one Birkin." I just it
I
doesn't
don't
work
know.
that way. And also, why does he? Over the course of my life, there have been so many women that have had an impact on my life, whether it's my mom, my aunts, my best friend, or mentors in my career. And I'm sure if you think about it, it's the same for you. But that's no surprise because everyone knows that women are the backbone of the home and society in general. But the many roles that women hold comes with its own pressures and mental load that can be isolating, and that's where therapy comes in. Therapy can help create balance, set healthy boundaries, and support overall well-being for everyone. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the US. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. Your emotional well-being matters. Find support and feel lighter in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com. That's betterhelp.com. Watching our loved ones age is one of life's toughest transitions, and a lot of people are part of the sandwich generation where you have to take care of young kids and aging parents. I've been through it, and I've also seen some of my friends overwhelmed trying to balance kids, career, and home while realizing they can't do it all alone. It's a lot to carry. If you don't know where to start, Care.com is here to help you breathe again. You can browse background checked in home caregivers or explore local senior living communities. At Care.com, you'll find specialized support for everything from meal prep to support for loved ones with dementia, backed by real reviews from families just like yours. And Care.com has safety in hiring tools so you can hire with confidence. Or you can even get a senior care advisor plan and talk to a master's level social worker to build a personalized care plan. I'm partnering with Care.com because it really is an easier way to find help. For a limited time, go to Care.com and use code AltacallMAFS for 20% off your initial Care.com subscription or a senior care advisor plan. That's AltacallMAFS, all one word. With Care.com, start your senior care journey with confidence. Oh, her Birkin again? That was my question the entire time. Was it's called Traitors?
They were best friends and he lied to her. She was
Yeah,
upset. So now you have to buy me a Birkin. Those are the rules.
Raven. They met once. Okay, they met once. She watched him on After Sun. They'll be all right.
Yes.
With all of that, but we'll see what happens because if that's the case, then every other person, CT and Trishelle, owe MJ $10,000 or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. We'll
I
work
don't get
out the
it.
amount. Mm-hmm.
Again, I was overthinking too much, but why did Andy ask Lisa how much a Birkin goes for, not Candiace? He just, I mean, Potomac ain't beating the
um,
allegations. We make fun of them, but still, why? Why didn't you say, ladies, how much is it? He went straight, Lisa,
uh-huh.
how much does this go for?
Maybe because of just like all the Birkins that are in Beverly Hills. He's like, she probably, that doesn't sound any
Mhm.
better, does it? Never mind. I don't know.
Also, I'm not in the tax bracket. I cannot afford
Not
it, but
nowhere
honestly,
near it.
10 grand doesn't sound bad. I mean, I know it's the
They said it's
minimum.
right. Because remember,
I know
Crystal
it's the
had
minimum.
one and it was
Yeah.
like, I feel like 100 grand or something crazy like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but Rob is like, you're getting the
Woo!
Ross version. We're not going all that far.
You can
But
get that
also,
one from
I don't know.
Walmart.
The whole thing was uncomfortable because, I'm thinking, is Maura going to be insulted by this? But she comes out and she's like, oh, if I get that Burke, I'm like, ew, you don't take anything. Like, just move on from this whole situation. But Andy asks Rob what his best move was, and he says he thinks his best move was letting Candace kill Colton. I beg to differ. Rob is very smart and he knows he can't say certain things. His best move, which I know he can't say, was Maura. I'm sorry,
Mm.
but that was keeping her in his pocket. That was his best move.
Why can't he say it though?
That's like pouring salt into the wound. She already
Well,
feels like
well,
Raven is
that's
like,
on
it's
her,
true.
right? Yeah. Like, just say, we're at the reunion. You see, these people don't understand. You just put
Yeah.
it out there. You did it. She's already
Yeah.
upset. I don't think she can feel any worse. Like, I don't think so.
Ugh.
I wouldn't be able to. She came out there announcing that she was dumb. So,
Yeah,
which
because
me, I would be doing the same thing. Like, I'm going to say it before you do.
It's true because I kept wondering why is he keeping her? Why is he keeping her? But she was integral to his final play. If
Oh
she
my god.
wasn't there, she needed to vote them out. She needed to vote with him. She needed to end the game. And keeping Maura was like the best move that he did. Like, I mean, Colton would have done the same though, you know, I think.
You think?
I'm trying to think now
I'm
because
not
he was
sure.
also enamored. He was
Yeah.
just as enamored as Maura was with him. But I think maybe Colton is very competitive and has an idea of the game, so maybe not the
Mhm.
same, you know. Okay.
Yeah. He at least was
Um
thinking on his own. I feel like Maura was like Rob was like, do this. And she's like, okay. She wasn't
yeah,
trying to
that's
figure
true.
nothing out on her own or anything.
Yeah, that's true. Candiace argues that Colton was helping Rob and he was dispensable. And Rob was like, yeah, that's true. Everybody was dispensable. And I was like, Rob, pick a personality. Decide if you want to be full villain or if you're not.
It's going back and
Whichever one.
forth. Hmm.
So Lisa thinks that her most iconic move was the banquet moment, and no one can touch that. I can agree. I, I mean, there's nothing else. I mean, Lisa just came here to have a moment. And did you know? I read that Lisa told them for her contract, nobody else from Beverly Hills can be on the season with her. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Um, okay. I
yeah.
could see that. I could see that.
Listen, what I have learned from this show, all the people saying she should come back, we can do without
No.
her. What I learned is I did not know that she had this much disdain for being a housewife or her housewife years or whatever it is because she gets very prickly when that comes up.
She
Anytime it comes up.
does. And
Yeah.
like, why is that? And I got to tell you, for a long time, I liked Lisa up until the end. Like, I enjoyed
Mhm.
her.
Mhm.
And then I was like, oh, hell no. And then she got on
Mhm.
Traitors, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm enjoying her in this space. And then it's like
Mhm.
her book is coming out, and we're getting all these little excerpts and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I do love a memoir. Like, I might have to read this. But then I
Are
saw what you
are we
said about
are we
Garcelle.
reading it? Are we
Uh,
reading it, Raven?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm probably am gonna read it.
Okay.
I have to see what all is in there and hopefully an explanation about like why she hates it so much. I
Okay.
don't like what happened. You know what I mean? You didn't hate it the whole time. So like when did the switch happen?
Yeah. That's true because I'm thinking about it and I thought like I had an answer, but the more I sit on it, I don't know from her perspective why she suddenly hates it because she became a villain on her own.
Yeah.
So, interesting. Okay. I'll see if I can get my hand
Book club.
on that. Um okay, so they asked Donna about Taylor. Did she watch? Does she watch? And I'm like, guys, it's so obvious now. Like she said it many times that they watch it, they're fans of it, so we get it. They asked Eric about his eyes and ears not working, and I don't know what he said because his defense made no damn sense. He's like, I'm healthy.
It never
Okay.
makes sense.
You were still wrong. So, Um, Also, somehow, Eric still thinks that Rob was the victim after seeing what happened to them because Andy asked, you saw what he did to Lisa and Candiace. Why do you think he was not going to do it to you? He was like, well, he said it was crazy. And then I just thought, like, they were steamrolling him and it was just crazy and he couldn't do anything there. And I'm like, Rob needs to be studied.
Rob does need to be studied because I certainly don't get it. I
Yeah.
do not understand, but I was like, oh, Eric, you don't make any sense right now. Like, of
Mm-hmm.
course he was going to do the same thing to you. Hello?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So Andy asks, Rob is saying that he turned on them because their ship was sinking already. And Andy asks, why did you think that Lisa's ship was sinking? And he was like, multiple people were already saying that, Lisa had to go, Lisa had to go. And I'm like, that is true, but he didn't sit back and let it sink and then jump on it. You
Hmm.
kind of led the charge. And
Yep.
something he didn't do this reunion, which I was like, what we have tapes. why are we not rolling it? I don't, there was no roll the tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was annoying because they were arguing about stuff.
Right. So it's like, no, let's just watch it. It did this right
Yeah.
here. Why didn't they
Yeah.
do that?
I don't know because they showed flashbacks, but I don't think they saw it. We saw it because he said Lisa was going to go and he was talking to Candiace and telling Candiace directly, like, we need to, I don't know, jump off this or be on the right side of history. They played the flashback and it did not corroborate what he was saying. So I'm like, okay, what's happening here? So Candace points out that it seems like he was feeding information to Colton, and she has info that she would like them to address when Colton comes out. And then everyone's like, "Ooh, ah,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "This is how it's a Housewives show." Like, I don't know any competitive reality show that has a reunion like this, and we're holding the trump card close to our chest for
Right.
when you come. This is my binder
Yeah.
that I'm gonna whip out.
I was annoyed by that. I'm like, no, just I want to hear it now. This is why everybody should be out here. Actually, everybody shouldn't even be here. It should be just like, the people who actually did stuff, but let's come on, come on.
The other thing too is like there has to be a ban on interviews before the reunion. What is there to
Mm,
look forward to?
I
What
know
are
how
you
I feel
going to
about
ask
that.
Colton? Yep, that you have already not said on all the podcast interviews that you've been on. I don't know why there's no control over not just traders, just everything in general. Even like Love is Blind. People are already yapping away right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if we're getting all the information already, why do you have a reunion? The reunion usually is where we hash things out. You say everything you need to say, but then we get to a reunion and now it's about what you've said at the
Yeah.
podcast interview before the season was done. And it's like not a
Instead of
good
what happened
experience
on
for
the
us.
show, which is
Yes.
what we want to hear about with all of you
Yes.
together. I'm not listening to all of those interviews. I'm not doing it. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
fine if they want to have like the companion podcast, like
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Boston Rob and Bob
Bob.
the Drag Queen. Great. But like that's it. Because I'm
Yes.
also just like, I don't think I care anymore by the time I get to the reunion.
Yeah.
Lucky for
Mm-hmm.
them, it was like the same night. It was right here. We didn't have to like wait for it or anything. But
Yeah.
still, this whole time they're arguing on social media, Candiace and her husband, or, it's just like, it's a
Chris.
lot.
Chris been a problem. And now he's just like,
Yes.
we're back in the limelight, baby.
Right. And it's like,
Just,
see where you're wrong.
mhm.
You said we're, and that's not it. It's
It's
Candiace.
not, but
And
it's
you
him.
just inserted yourself because you can't help it.
Oh, he's being so reckless, just saying a lot of things he should not be saying. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Candace tells Rob that you wanted to go to the end by yourself. I will respect you more if you just said that. I'm like, thank you,
Yeah.
Candace. This is the thing. He's like 100%, but then he's like, but that wasn't my plan. Okay, how is it 100%, but it wasn't your plan? But
That's
it
not how the
was.
math works.
It
Right.
was your
It
plan.
was. And
What?
you just, come on, just say it. That's such a good point that you made earlier. He's like, villain, good guy, villain, good guy. No, Rob, just lean
Yeah.
into it. You're a traitor. This is the perfect time, right?
Yes, you've already won. You don't
Yeah.
need to play chess anymore. Just lay it all out there.
You
And I
can't help
think
it. You can't turn it
this
off.
is this is a man who's used to getting away with things, and I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what's happening here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can do shit, I'll ask for forgiveness later, and then I'll say this, and then maybe they'll eat it up or not. I saw something on Threads that was hilarious because in the reunion Rob was smiling a lot, and I don't think
Mm-hmm.
he did that. And someone was like, if Rob smiled a lot this much in the castle and we saw a lot of his toothy grin, I don't think they would have ate him up the way that they did. That just cracked me up because it's something about when he smiles. It's not the same level of hotness as when he's being all broody and not smiling and just smiling without teeth. But smiling with teeth is a whole different thing for Rob. And I'm like,
That is funny. I'm gonna have to look. I noticed him smiling and smirking because it was bothering me,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
not. I'm not attracted to him, so I don't get. I didn't think about there being a difference, but that is funny. So he knew
Yes,
exactly what he was doing. He's
he
like,
did.
oh God, I've been dying to smile.
Yes. He did, he did. I mean, Candace, I knew she was gonna go full housewives, but again, the game is traders. He's gonna traitorize and saying I wanted to throw my
Traitorous.
she said I want to throw my shoe at you. I'm like, that's crazy. Like it's just let it be. And
Bring
at
it
this point,
down.
I was already like, it was the Robin Candace show all over again. I'm like, why are the rest of the people here? They're just sitting here watching you guys go back and forth, and it's not being, spread around, to the
Mm-hmm.
people that were there. So Candace is right. From the moment he was tapped on his shoulder, this is what she said, Rob decided it was his game.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest question, we're never going to know, is if his fellow traders were not two housewives, how would Rob have moved? That's always the question that I keep asking. I don't think even he would tell us, but I always wonder about that. Is it the fact that it was two housewives? Is it the fact that it was two women? Is it the fact that it was just like if it was Maura and another Love Islander, or if it was Maura and Eric or something, how would he
Mm-hmm.
have moved? I don't know. I always wonder.
I don't either because I feel like I've seen that conversation like closer towards the beginning, and then like whenever he recruited Eric, it's like, oh, is he gonna take him to the end? Because he's a
Mm.
man, he wasn't gonna do that with Candiace and Lisa. But now I think he would have done the same thing.
You would have done the same thing?
I
Okay.
think so. I think he still would have been like, it's just me. It's just
Yeah.
me at the end. Like, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do that. Maybe he would have moved a little differently, but his ultimate goal would have still been the same. It's not like, oh, let's all of us traitors make it to the
Yeah.
end together. No.
Yeah. I think it would have been so fun to see Rob against gamers because again, with the housewives things, he felt like he was being ganged up on and they will turn against him. But
Mm-hmm.
if it was like Rob, if it was Tiffany,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe let's throw in Kristen. I don't know. Like it would have just been fun to see what that dynamic would have been,
Mm-hmm.
him not feeling like it was a 2-on-1. But I think ultimately you're right. Rob was just, please, it's not that much money I can do bad all by myself.
Yeah. I'm
Like
not
that.
splitting this. And that part is like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Candace sets a trap on there because he was trying to say, like, I trusted you until, you put my name down. And Candace is like, you trusted me, right? And then he goes, no, I did not trust you. And she goes, there you have it. You never trusted me. You were never going to go with me. So lean into it and stop it.
Mhm.
So that was it. Um, Maura comes in and someone was like, yes, queen. And she's like, queen or dumb? I'm like, Maura.
Why not
Um,
both? I'm
Raven.
sorry. I love Maura, no disrespect, but like she was so frustrating.
Raven has no sympathy for her at all.
No.
When they're talking about the whole thing, Rob is so silly. Rob is like, I mean, I pinky promised that I would vote Eric out. I did that.
Oh,
And I'm
brother.
meanwhile, all the while I'm thinking like, are these bangs the reason why she wore wigs? Because
What
thank you.
are those?
What are those?
No, seriously. When they did the close up, I was like, is that part of the hat? Is that? And then we kept seeing it. I was like, oh, those are bangs. A choice.
A very tough choice, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
She said she found it hard to watch, and
Yeah, I bet.
even but even when Maura's out, Andy's still asking just the housewives what they felt
He can't
about
help
Maura, and
himself.
Maura's right
He
there.
can't help himself.
And I think there's something about housewives seeing Andy and they just get activated because
Yeah.
Candace is always like, yes, yes, like see it as a lesson, maybe a lesson in discernment. And then next, I'm like, girl, it's just a
We
game.
weren't talking to you. Even
Real
Portia
life.
screaming from, I mean, really the end
Yeah.
of the bleachers. It's like, hey, mm-mm, not
It's the
today.
it's the Andy call, the bat call for housewives.
Yeah.
So she says, Maura said she trusted Rob because of Love Island, but Donna was like, it wasn't only you, sweetie, it was the whole house. And she's like, I think someone said thank you for that, but it was like the whole house. Everybody just loved Rob. Maura claims that they were just friends, nothing happened. between them. Where do you stand on that though?
I
Between Maura and Rob?
I believe it. More Rob doesn't have enough money to be to do anything with more. Okay? Like she's not no, she's not doing that. Mm-mm.
Okay, which was fine though, that she was saying we're just friends. But then she was looking at him, the way she looked at him all game, like, what am I doing? Who should I vote for? And she's like, aren't we? We were just friends, right? I'm like, why do you need confirmation
See?
from him that you were just friends? And then Rob being all like, well, we were kind of, and I'm like, Rob.
Stop it. Stop it. He's like, oh, there's like a little flirty, like, okay. That doesn't mean like stop. Stop.
And that's true because he was the one making all the comments all through where it's like, I'll give you something hot or something in the dark. I hope something happens. We never see that from her end
Mm-mm.
that was happening. Although they were walking through the halls hand in hand. So I don't
Well.
know. Do I do that with my male friends? No, but okay. Um, she does say, if you get my Birkin, you're forgiven. And from the bleachers and the backstage, Tiffany is like, fuck a purse. And honestly, Tiffany is me.
I love her.
I just, why? Ew.
You
That's the part I think makes you look dumb. Like, don't a Birkin, that's my price. I mean, everybody got a price, but everybody doesn't need to know.
Mhm.
Have that conversation off camera. But
You see, and he don't have enough money. He got some here. You see what I mean? The girl's
yeah.
asking for Birkins.
Yeah, that's true.
Uh-uh.
That tracks.
And who
Um,
who yelled out? He can't even buy a shirt.
I had to rewind to find that out. It was our beloved
Of
Portia.
course.
Portia's like, he didn't even buy a shirt. He's not buying no Birkin. um, Andy asks Maura, are you single? She says, yes. Rob, are you single? Rob says, no. They're like, what? Everybody's like, what? And this is like, he has a girlfriend, a 2-month girlfriend. But I guess he does have one because Maura knew. She's like, yes. He has a girlfriend. Yes. I'm like, okay, cool. So that was still odd to me. I don't know.
Mm,
It's still odd.
yeah.
Johnny and Tara, I had guessed that they'll be zooming in because the Olympics and all that, it's not possible. They were on there.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing it back when Tara is just like, Maura, I looked at you, I told you, and Maura looks so embarrassed
Well,
and says watching it back killed Raven.
I'm just agreeing. I was like, yeah, I can imagine that would be so hard to watch. If she had just listened to them, this would have gone completely different. Okay.
Your non-sympathy cracks me up.
Well, do you have sympathy for her?
No.
Okay. But I'm the bad guy.
It was entertaining. Once again, Maura's like, I'm so dumb. And then once again, she centers Rob and is like, Rob called me gullible. I'm like, oh my God, I
You
just
are.
don't understand this. And I think, again, the harder thing is Maura being so outspoken, Maura being so like, mend this and just eviscerating them any chance she gets. And now every single thing, it's like, after he embarrassed you, I would be like, please switch it around, make it about me. Like, it is what it is. I learned my lesson. But now every single thing she does is like, Rob said this. Rob called me. Like, don't make your story just so centered around him. He
Mm-hmm.
did that, but now you have control over it all over again, and don't bring him back into the fold for
Right.
this. So,
Right. Something has happened to her.
well,
She's a little different now.
maybe one more. She did say she's been cheated on all her relations. Does that include Curtis? Sorry, that just clicked. If
Hey,
Curtis cheated on you, oh my God, that will do something to you.
you
Not
talk about
Curtis.
embarrassing. But
Sorry,
Curtis,
guys.
yeah,
Love Island.
Curtis be moving a little weird. You see what he did with what's her face? Kira.
Yeah.
Um
So maybe
that
that's what it
is
is.
because she's just been cheated on so much and now she like
It's now
what is
been televised. The cheating it's not the revolution, but the cheating has been televised, and everybody saw it. And now you have to actually sit and question your picker, like
Mhm.
what is going on. And then maybe her most recent relationship maybe coincided with the same time all this happened, and it's kind of like, oh, we're just projecting here. We have no idea.
No, we have
I
no
don't know.
idea. But
I
wasn't
don't
she
know.
also like hooking up with a married man at some point?
Yes, ma'am. So the streets say. I don't know
Huh.
if it's true. Allegedly. Let me learn from
Yeah.
Brittany from the Valley. Allegedly, that's the case, which is why I'm saying, like, and it was around, I think, that time. And
Uh-huh.
then the whole thing, Rob thing happened. That's too close.
Yeah.
So maybe
Okay.
something happened then. Okay.
Something to think about.
Um, for her to think
Yeah,
about.
not me.
We we're good.
Mm.
The faithfuls, the rest of the faithfuls come out. It's Mark, Kristen, Dorinda, Natalie, Jam Jam, and Colton. And they asked Jam Jam what he would do differently. He said he wished he could have self control. Dorinda tried telling him just ignore Michael Rappaport, and he just couldn't help it. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Like he's just annoying.
Yeah.
So
You
you
would have
know,
to I would have to say something
yeah,
to his stupid ass.
can't ignore him. We get the Colton segment, and Colton says he's proud of how he played. He knew he had to be recruited or murdered or banished. I'm like, huh.
He was just saying shit. He didn't make any sense. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Who said that? Like, it's not in a rule book
No.
that you had to be. You could easily have been the first kill too. So I don't know. Candiace finally says her question, and her question was that Colton said to her definitively that she was a traitor. And Portia does her best, all my children gasp. She's like, I'm like, Portia,
Yes, hand on the chest and everything.
it is not that deep. So Rob is like, well, I couldn't do that. We have very strict rules. I'm not going to risk it. And Colton was like, he said Lisa first. He did see, he threw Rob under the bus. He's like, Rob, you said Lisa first, and up next is Candiace. And Colton kind of backtracks and is like, well, we kind of just bounced off our names on each other, and Candiace was one of them. So I don't know what's true or not, but I will say, like, I had a conversation with my last guest in the finale where it's like, if a husband and wife or best friends or like Marcus and Larsa are going on, will they make a sign to each other like, listen, when we go in there, if you're a traitor, wink twice, cough
Uh-huh.
twice, like, are there going to be signs, and how do you mitigate that? Because everyone tries to say like there are strict rules, there are people following them, but ultimately, is there a way that people can give signs to each other or tell each other? And do you think that Robin Colton did that? Because everyone's saying like, oh my God, it's not even possible. I don't know. I assume it's not possible, but is it?
I didn't think about that. When she said that, I was like, there's no way. There's
Hmm.
no way. And who would risk it? Like Rob said, he's like, you're not trying to get sued and all of that. Um, but I suppose you could. I
Yeah.
don't do they keep them I would assume they would keep them separate, like when they go back to
Yeah.
their hotels or whatever, and
Yes.
they can't communicate. But I don't know, anything's
Yes.
possible. Look at what people do in jail, you know?
Yes, they said they keep them separate. I think what kind of threw me off was like Colton was just like, "Oh, Rob said first we're gonna do Lisa, and then next we're gonna do Candace," but that could also be game, which also is buttressing the fact of what Candace was saying was like you were leading the charge to
Mm-hmm.
get us out. So
Mm-hmm.
one or the other for the things, but I just choose to believe that the game is being run with integrity and
Yeah.
no one's telling anybody anything.
Yeah.
That's what I choose to. So I don't know. So Rob says, listen, I was doing what that Colton was kind of actually helping his game because he what he was doing, it worked for him and he just rolled with it. So I was not going to stop him, like let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let him cook.
Yeah.
So he asked I think Lisa asked about the holding hostage, and Lisa says that she didn't bring that up, but if she did, oh, the whole thing about, yes, when Colton says, "Oh, I'm gonna hold you hostage, you should recruit me," and all that stuff, because we all wondered why she never brought that up to incriminate him. And
Mm-hmm.
Lisa was like, "Listen, if I brought that up, I would have fucked it up somehow. So let me just keep my mouth shut." And I was like, "That's good. Know your strengths."
Self-awareness, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Lisa tried to have a moment, and Lisa was just like, "I have a question for you, Colton. What did you mean when you say you were holding me hostage?" And and he said that he didn't really explain it well. He felt like he was just playing the game, and he wanted to see if he wanted to keep her as a traitor to see if she was going to turn on the traitors.
Doesn't make
But he
sense.
doesn't realize that the way he's saying it is like he was 100% 1000% sure
Mm-hmm.
that she was a traitor. And I think that's what throws people off with Colton. He doesn't say in the event that you were a traitor, he says it like,
He knows.
I know you were a traitor.
Uh-huh.
So, even when his exit, when he found it out, he was like, oh, Candiace must be running. It wasn't like, I wonder if Candiace is a traitor, and she was. He says it definitively. And that's, I think, what throws, people off.
Yeah, he
So,
just knows everything.
yeah.
S-
Um, oh, were you trying to say something?
do you think that this is the part that they cut out that Lisa said that, like, oh, she like told Colton about himself or whatever, she handled him at the reunion?
Absolutely.
Okay. I thought so
Absolutely.
too.
I just, something is off. And this is where the non-closed sets and all the things ruining everything for us, because for me, I'm looking for, where did this happen, where could this possibly happen, where's the edit. I'm like, is Colton still sitting there? They said he walked out, they said he didn't walk out. He was there the whole time.
Mm,
He counters with the fact, like, you also said you wanted to slit my throat in the turret, like maybe it was just a wrong choice of words. It's not fair to look at him that way. But and Lisa's like, I can look at you any way I want, I can say anything I want. I was like, nothing even warrants this level of, I don't know, whatever this is. But this is what's interesting. We saw a video, well, I saw a video of them at a watch party, and Lisa was there and Colton was there.
mm-hmm.
Now, reports came out last week. Lisa said that she was drugged.
Mm-hmm.
And then another report came out. Colton is the one who saved her.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of the whole thing. Drugging someone is very serious allegations.
Yeah.
Why is someone drugging Lisa? How did Colton figure it out? How are they going at each other when at the premiere they were buddies? What did
Girl,
this happen at the premiere party too? I don't know, but it's so odd and weird that I don't have bandwidth to figure off-screen situations out too.
I don't either. And if we're not going to be able to talk about it here, I don't want to
Yeah,
hear it outside of there either, unless you're giving me the full story. I don't
yeah,
want all these little bits and pieces that I have to put together and then also, get my imagination involved because I
yeah.
don't have all the information.
Uh-huh.
It's
So,
annoying.
mhm. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if Lisa's doing like an investigation or anything, but I don't know, it's like it showed up in the headlines and we're like, "What?" And
Right.
then it seems to be going away now.
Well,
I don't
it
know.
was weird because the first thing it was like she was drugged at this party. Colton saved the day, and it's like that's weird, right? Is Lisa?
Yes.
Lisa didn't say anything to us about this, right? And then
Yeah.
some days later, she was like, "Oh yeah, they like found fentanyl in my system or something like that." When she like went to the hospital, so I don't know. It all was
Yeah,
very odd.
it feels so casual for something that's so serious, I think is
Yeah.
what's like crazy. So that's happening. And then Colton, I don't know if you noticed, he has like his subdued voice on.
Yes, I
Um,
noticed, and I
okay.
hate it.
During this trailer, I think he's been told, how to speak. And he's like, what happened during those years? He's like, it was an incredible couple of years. He keeps saying, if you saw me on The Bachelor and you haven't seen me for years and you're just seeing me now, I'm like, Colton, you have been on TV.
Got a whole
Whether or not they
Netflix.
watch, yeah, even on Netflix, and he just hosted a show. Like, you're acting like you were like away. You hosted the Virgin show with Caitlyn, and you haven't been like completely away, but you're making it seem like that's how it was. But he's like, he had an incredibly hard couple of years. He's grown, and he was saying all that, and Candiace was not having it. The camera points to her, and she's just like,
I wasn't having it
okay,
either. I can't stand it
yeah,
when people do something, especially when it's something heinous and they're like, well, this thing happened and it didn't happen. You did it.
yeah,
Say that. You don't even have to say exactly what you did, but like, I made these choices and then this and this and that happened, which was difficult to deal with, but like, those were the consequences of my actions.
yeah.
Something like that. Ugh, so
Mm-hmm.
annoying.
Well, Andy thanks him for sharing that.
What did he
I'm like,
share?
What the okay.
Andy,
Bare
don't piss me off.
minimum.
Oh my God.
Bare minimum. Okay, they had a part where I'm just like, editors, what are they paying you for? Because it was the whole Lisa and Jam Jam. Was it a kiss? Was it an air kiss? They kept going on and on. How did it land? Roll the tape. No, they weren't going to roll the tape. I was getting dumber watching this, and they spent way too much time on this. I'm like, this is not adding to any storyline. So,
Yeah.
anyways, Andy realizes that some people are not getting questions. He throws a question to Kristen and mentions how Candiace forgot that she was a Bravo girl. And I'm only saying this because honestly, the housewives are on an island on their own.
Hell
They
yeah.
only think of themselves. They consider themselves the top of the pyramid, which they are,
Fair.
whether you accept it or not.
Mm-hmm.
They are. So to forget that Kristen is a Bravo girl and telling her, I'm going to protect my Bravo girlies. And Kristen is like,
Wait a
I'm
minute.
a Bravo girly.
She said, I am too. Please protect me as well.
And then Candace is like, I'm so sorry. Like, no, I know you're a Bravo. I just forgot. I'm like, that is not making it better. Just stop.
No, you didn't know. And that's so funny because Top Chef like wins all these Emmys and stuff. Like the only show on Bravo that wins Emmys, and they're like,
Yep.
what's your show called? Oh,
Yep. Oh, okay.
okay.
Mark finally speaks, and Mark is like, oh, my biggest regret is, not getting the Candace hint. And Lisa's like, how did you not even get it? Like, you watch everything. You
Mhm.
have notes, you have all the things, and she did it twice. And I don't know, there's nothing he can say.
No, the thought didn't
There's
even
really nothing he
cross their
can say.
minds. That's the
Yeah.
part.
He did compare Rob to a cat, and then they show
Oh,
meow,
brother.
the meowing clip. Meow.
I'm sure.
Um, Natalie's still mad. It's so funny because this happened many, many months ago, but we just watched her episode last week. So it
Yeah.
feels like it just happened
Mhm.
last week,
Mhm.
but she's using the F word a lot of times. She is still very mad. And Johnny just like, you know what? I apologize. I apologize for how we
Mhm.
went down because there's nothing else that, can be said for that.
Yep.
Um, they're fighting, they're talking about the salmon.
Hey, we don't
The
care.
salmon was Portia's like, it's the only meat we had. I was like, is chicken fish? Wait, what was it that was asked?
It's the tuna of the sea or the chicken in the sea. Yeah, I don't. And this reunion was like a little over an hour. And it's like
Yeah,
now we're just wasting time.
wasting
This is
time. We're
another
talking
thing
about
we've already heard them tell us about the salmon in their interviews that they've done
yeah.
outside of here. So don't ask that. That's the thing. Like, if you're going to let them do all that outside stuff, when you come to the reunion, go through the questions and be like, oh no, that's been talked about at length already. We don't need to address that. We don't need to address that.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
It was just funny to me because Portia was like, I want bacon. Like Portia's just
Me
in her
too.
own
I know we're in
little world.
Scotland, but do we have any grits and eggs and bacon? Because that's the type of breakfast I need.
Tiffany said that. Tiffany said just more options. We just need options. And I'm like, there's Scotland. So Portia came with props. As is done in a
Oh,
reunion for
brother.
Housewives.
Yeah.
She came up with the broken up lipsticks and products. And Rena is just like, that's fine. The product went out of business anyways.
That was funny.
That was funny. That was funny. Candiace and Portia had a moment where they're going back and forth on when Candiace kind of lied on her when she got banished. Again, roll the tapes would have been beneficial here, but
Yep.
no, they let them argue. I think that's the point. Is it better to hear them argue when we could just this is what happened and we all watch it? I don't know. That was a choice
I don't want to
to
hear
do
them
that.
argue like that.
Yeah.
I would prefer they roll the tapes. And then what do you have to say about that?
Hmm. Caroline finally gets in. They talk about their exchange about BravoCon, and Caroline makes a comment and was like, I love Lisa. Lisa has made a career of being a villain for the last, and Lisa's like, no, it was just 8 years. 8 years of my life. Get it right. And then Andy's like, you were not a villain. I was like, Andy, please. Every friend she brought on here, like,
She turned
people
on them.
forget. She brought Sutton. She
I
brought
forget
Garcelle.
that. I do
She
remember
brought,
that.
you would
Yeah.
never know because it was like she hated them
Yeah.
the entire time. I think she brought Denise to or something. I'm not
I
sure, but I
think
think
so. Yeah.
yeah. and she turned on them real quick. So for you to say she was not the villain, and then but Lisa is like, I mean, I think the last year or so, I was like, it was
Girl,
Munchausen was way
that was
before.
a long time ago. So you
So
cannot
anyway,
rewrite history, okay?
yeah. So, anyways, all we've learned is like, do not bring the housewives things near her because she does not appreciate it. They're not rolling the tapes, but they had time to have Alan do voiceovers for certain, I don't know, reels.
That's what I'm
So there's
talking
one
about.
called
It's a waste of time.
filler, just filler on here.
Hmm.
And it was called Love Highland, and they were showing the whole Rob thing, a lot of Maura thing. Who here thought Rob was hot? People raising their hands. Tiffany was like, "Don't put me in that. I never thought he was hot." I
Me.
was like,
With Tiffany, she's like, Because they're like, I think we all thought Rob was hot. No, don't we all nothing in here. All right. No.
"Uh, I don't want to give time to Voldemort. That's what we call him on here. The way that we are talking to him, like he hasn't done anything, like it's just mind-boggling. Like we're acting like everything's regular. But again, he's been on What Happens Live, and now he's just coming on here. He really believes that he's a housewife, and this is the problem with enabling. Because the fact that he was talking to Portia, the way he was talking to her
Hmm.
with his stupid clip, are you dumb?
Yeah. That pissed me off so bad. And I was like, oh my God, you are such a loser. And you don't even know it. You don't have any idea how embarrassing you look right now. He was like, I ate that. Like, I ate that. You don't speak when I speak. You don't speak when I speak. Like,
Yes, he was talking to
the
Johnny like he was like he didn't even say
he
anything.
literally didn't. Well, he asked him a question and Johnny answered it. And he's like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't, don't speak right now.
Anyways, I
And Andy just
don't talk.
sitting there like, this guy,
What does he have on Andy? He has to.
Andy, you have got to just let him release whatever it is and we will support you. All right.
He,
But enough of him. Enough.
that is who he needs to clip.
Yeah.
Clip him. Let him go. It's fine. Um, I was very sad when Ian was murdered first. I absolutely love him from Big Brother, and it was just a little sad when he said like it was a long flight home, wishing I were dumber.
Oh, yeah.
Mom. Okay. What do we have? There wasn't really anything else. They gave like the best costume design, and Maura wins it. There were nominees, and Maura wins and says, "See, Rob, I want something." I'm like, "Oh my god, decenter this man. Decenter him. Win your award. You did your fashion by yourself. Has nothing to do with him." And how can we save Maura?
I don't think we can. Unfortunately, I think she's too far gone. If this is how she's acting after the fact and not, giving him a little something, anything, I don't know. Like you
Yeah.
leave it at, like you said, oh, I've never won anything before. I won this, thanks, whatever. That's it. Don't mention
Mhm.
Rob.
Yep. What I was looking forward to, I knew was not going to happen, was Ron Funches and Dorinda and all of that. That didn't happen. I mean, Ron has been making the rounds saying like they're protecting Dorinda, and she was saying things. Now, that's how I went into the reunion. But then Monet brings up something and is like, listen, you didn't seem to want a connection with us. You didn't seem to want to talk to us. And Ron seems to be like, yeah, you guys talk about Birkins. I don't care about that. It has nothing to do with me in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like it wasn't only Dorinda.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it was most of the cast because he only talks about Mama Kelsey and Rob,
Yeah.
being kind to him. So that's something I would like to get more insight on that we are not going to get at a reunion, even though that's the purpose of the reunion. So I don't know, but they left this in, and I think that's about all Ron talked about the entire
Yeah. And they
reunion.
also, I mean, but they could have talked about him at all. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like he
the whole
had the whole
Portia
thing
thing.
exactly with Portia, and then they were trying so hard to just get him out, and then like his friendship with Rob. But I guess then that would lead into the other stuff that they just had to cut out or wouldn't even
Yeah.
allow for that conversation to happen. Like, did they
Yeah,
talk about it and we didn't get to see it? Or they were just like, no, because
I'm
we
sure they
cannot have
didn't.
the Dorinda thing coming up.
I'm sure they didn't because I think what he was saying was like they were protecting her and they weren't even going to show it. So if they didn't show it to them, they're like they're not even going to bring it up. So
That's so
it's not fun.
frustrating.
It is. It's not fun for us.
Yeah.
So, well, they're all happy that Rob won. In fact, in the words of Stephen Coletti, the faithful did not deserve shit.
That's so true. They did not.
Uh, they do a montage of Rob's journey from beginning to end. The thing I found fascinating was towards the end, the part where he says, I need to find a nice girl who doesn't watch too much TV, get a farm, and all that. They edited it. And this time, they took out the doesn't watch too much TV out. I'm like,
Oh,
what impact does that have? I mean, he didn't say he doesn't watch Peacock, so why would they take that out of it this time? So I don't know. It's just a little thing I
I
noticed. So I
didn't
didn't.
notice that. That's funny, but he's also like, I just want a quiet life and whatever. I'm like, you are going to be on the challenge. I don't want, like, I'm going to, unfortunately, you will come across the screen again. Like, I do not believe this is the end for you.
I when he jumped out the helicopter, I wanted him immediately. I was like, get him on the challenge. The problem is he is going to hate the challenge.
Good.
He's going to.
Good. You want to compete?
He might
Compete
throw
with the
up.
big boys.
But also, Rob is just a liar. A person who wants a quiet life does not go on reality TV. This is your third
Thank
one.
you.
You were a bombshell for season 5, then you were full time season 6, and then now you're on Traitors. You're doing all the ads. You're on there. I mean, that's not a quiet life, Robbie
No,
Bobby.
you don't. Like, stop it. You already did the thing. You won. You got it. Turn it off.
He
Stop.
can't.
Oh, I'm just from
He can't.
Alabama and I like snakes and overalls and ugh, like, shut up.
Ah.
Get out of here.
Um. Yeah, this is a man that doesn't like peace and quiet. He likes trouble because no, because it's true. When Andy says this girl is your girl the woman to your right and it's Mama Kelsey, and I'm like, first of all, if he does have a girlfriend, that's kind of disrespectful. He's not single.
Quite.
But Mama Kelsey's like, nah, you don't want this, you want children. I was like, that's funny. I know you don't want to give her anything, but
That
it
was
was funny.
okay.
Rob C got to talk. Like, Rob C is big in my world. Like, he's the
Mhm.
daddy podcaster. And I was like, what? I was trying to see how Andy was gonna bring him in,
Yeah.
but he did call Rob one of the goats. I'm like, okay, sure. There's
Feels
only
like a
been
stretch
4 of them.
because exactly we have to get some more to work with before we say
Yes.
all that.
Yes, it's still too early. I think we can just say like Rob played a good game.
Yeah.
Um yeah, we just kept it surface. He said that. He says his conga line, he's not gonna do it. So when they ended it and they were like, let's do a conga line, I was cringing. And Rob C made his way to the back of the room. It was like, you are not going to find me doing this conga.
You wouldn't join the conga line?
uh,
I would be
I
in
mean,
there.
that's how they'll murder you, Raven.
Exactly. I would be terrible at this game. I would be like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
Ron didn't move at first, but then later on, I saw him he was walking, clapping, and going along.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that's basically what it is. But my final question for you is like, Raven, if we ever found ourselves on, let's say, civilian traders and something, and you were a trader, would you give me a sign?
No, and I'll tell you why. I'm too scared. I'm very much a rule follower. And
That's
even if there wasn't the threat of like being sued to hell, like I just don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to mess anything up. So no, I would not. I wouldn't give my
yep.
husband a sign.
Thank you. So my guest asked me that question for the finale. Would you do that? And I said no. I'm gonna go with integrity because I'm a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
The one time I'm gonna wink and say I'm a traitor, baby, they're gonna be like, we're suing you for 500
Yes. Sirens go off. It's like, oh my God, the one time I try
Yep.
and do something. No.
Yep. I'm like, just leave me in. I'll win the money for both of us, and that's okay.
Right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fine. So Yeah, I think that's about it. Did I miss anything, or is there anything else that stood out? It's the same thing, a dud, kind of.
Yeah, no, I think we did it. I don't think there was anything
Okay.
else. Oh, well,
Mm.
I'm like, no, nothing at all. But one more thing that made me laugh was when Portia was like explaining whatever, and she was like, so me being the queen of the faithfuls, and everyone was like, pardon? Who
Yeah,
said that? She was like, me.
yeah. Self self-proclaimed. And in case you didn't know, to be a housewife, you have to be delusional.
Yep.
It's part of what gets you through
It's a
things. Okay.
must. So I loved that. And I was like, God, I can't wait for Atlanta to come back on.
Oh, brother. Okay. Well, this was fun as always, Raven. Thank you for joining me to recap this reunion.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
Can you share with people where they can find you?
Yes, you can listen to my podcast, Bitches Better, anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can follow me at Mainly Raven on Instagram and Threads.
Okay. Guys, you know where to find me. It's also called MAFS on all of the social media handles. If you want to shoot an email, just at gmail.com. Please give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and stay subscribed so you don't miss out on any new episodes. Until next time, guys. Bye.
If you're a podcast host, listen up. This one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle. And I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.